When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. For anything on iRacing, there's just one name you need: Makoni.
With the launch of Makoni Entertainment and Makoni Competizone alongside Makoni Setup Shop, we now provide the best of the best in setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, and event organization.
With cars across all 4 license classes, we have what you need to hit the track with confidence. Grab a subscription and save money while going fast at MakoniSetupShop.com/subscriptions.
And remember, at Makoni Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Welcome, everybody, to GT Champions. I'm your host, Chris Ball, and we are here in the armpit of Florida to be at Sebring Racetrack. Funny race. Funny, I'll tell you a little bit more about why I would call that the armpit of Florida a little bit later on in the broadcast. But it is Sebring. It's going to be right smack dab in the middle of Florida. We are at round 3, and this is going to be... Man, this is going to be an interesting race for sure. It's a really cool racetrack. It's a mixture of asphalt and concrete, so there's a little different little grip levels here and there depending on race temperature and whatnot. But we've got about 16 drivers here today out on the qualifying circuit right now, so each of them are trying to get their stuff done. This is round 3. I can't believe we're already at round 3. It's gone by so fast. After we finish this round, we will have an off week next weekend. So we're going to be doing some work here at GT Champions, getting things sorted out. And then we'll be back for 3 more rounds here in the Ferrari 296 GT3. Remember, all of our setups are provided by Makoni Setup Shop. So big shout out to them. Thank you for all that you do there, Mr. Makoni. And today is going to be myself in the booth doing some play-by-play and race direction. We're waiting on our co-commentator, Jordan Navarro, from Northern California. He's a racer in GT7 and is dying to get into the iRacing circuit, that is for sure. But we're just having some challenges with his hardware, so we're working on that, and we'll get there. All right, today, 10-minute qualifier, which they're currently doing. There's still 7 minutes left in that, and we'll get to that. It's a 60-minute race. They get 1 fast repair, and all license classes are available. So, yeah, I'm really excited. And Sebring is a really fun track. This thing has just all kinds of weirdness to it, which makes it fun. When we come back on March 2nd, we're going to be at Road Atlanta, and Tatiana Noel will be back with us again in the booth. Since Tatiana lives in Atlanta, it just seems like the appropriate place to bring Tatiana in with us. After that, we'll go to Long Beach and then to Sonoma. Mike Griffith won the race last week, and it was a pretty spectacular race. There was a lot going on in the race last week, that is for sure. He takes the win. John Schwartz got the pole position. He led a lap and led the most laps. He just didn't lead the one that counts, and that was the last one. So he comes in position 2, and TJ comes in at position 3 on the podium. So I think that's for TJ. I'm going to look at this. I'm going to bring up the stats really quick. So Mike and John both have a win. We're going to see which one of them is going to take it today. I think I'm looking at stats really quick, and yes, TJ has been in the top 5 for the first 2 races. So he's been on the podium each race. John has been on the podium each race. Mike got on the podium this round. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. There are some folks that may not be showing up here on the standings board, but no, actually, I think they're all there. Oh, there they are. Yes, there we go. So 29 drivers have participated thus far in the series, and currently on track right now, it looks like Jonathan Schwartz is still leading the charge for the qualifying session. So he is running in first. Mike Griffith. Rory O'Shea is back. Bam, guys. He's going to come in and he's going to provide a whole lot of fun. So we've got Jonathan, Mike, Rory, and Tim Connolly. Those 4 guys are fast. So we got a lot of A-rated drivers here on the track. So it is 71 degrees outside. Track temperature currently is 80 degrees. Not too terrible. Should make for an interesting race. Nice cool tracks means good tires. So we'll see all these drivers come through and see what they can get pulled off. We're going to see some average lap times right around 3 minutes. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 minutes. 2 minutes per lap. I do see a couple of the guys at the 2-minute mark right now. Most people will be between. Oh no, there goes somebody. It's one of the Hyperi drivers. I'm not sure which one that is. I think that was Jonathan Schwartz here. This is Rory right here, and Rory's missed the last couple races, so he's got some catching up to do. He's currently sitting 18th in points, but he has 1 race, but it was an unfortunate circumstance for him. In that race, I think I recall he had some pretty major damage in the race, and then he disconnected. Well, he got the damage during the disconnection. Like it all happened at once. It was terrible. I think all of his stuff just fell apart, and there he is up to 3rd. And we have a map today. Yay for technology working. Now if we can just get our commentator in here with me. So he'll be back. Yeah, he's working on it. I was just talking to him on his phone, trying to see if he can get it all together. We'll see what he can get going here. I'm gonna just check on just checking on him there real quick. Tim Connolly has a YouTube channel. He goes by Bipolar Express or Mental Health Awareness. Big mental health awareness guy. And so that's super cool. I've known this guy for years now, actually. And he's just a great driver. He's just a super nice guy too. So I love getting to know the drivers in our series events. This is the worst part of the track for me right here. Trying to figure out this. It feels like you can go just like one long turn, but it doesn't. It kinks. You can see that on the map there, bottom left corner of the map, and it's just it just is what it is. Pardon me. So we're trying to get these folks out, get them on their qualifying laps, get them in. They got 2 minutes left, so we'll see what is shaking out. So far, Jonathan, Rory, and Mike hold the top 3 spots. Patrick is there. It's like there's some pretty heavy hitters that are running at the top of this pack, which is awesome. Yeah, Patrick Brady's back. Mike Griffith is here after winning last week, and he's sitting 3rd on the podium right now. So he's got a little bit of work to do. Most of the drivers, actually all of the drivers here, get to pick their car numbers, and John just happens to take mine. So he's just lucky I'm not racing. Oh, Caleb! No, I know that livery anywhere. And he's gonna decide to go ahead and just have some fun with the car. He probably says, "Well, I messed up my qualifying run, so be it." All right, we got 1 minute left for these drivers to get their laps done. Tim Connolly running in 6th, though. I don't know. McCowan is new. Timo McCowan is from Sweden or Norway. It's the white flag with the blue cross that's laying on its left-hand side. So I guess if the flag was hanging from a ceiling, then it would be a right side up blue cross. I can't tell what country that is. It's Norway or Sweden. That's all I know. But anyway, he's a new one here, and he is running in 5th place. So got ourselves some new drivers around. Timo McCowan, Finland. Okay, it was one of those places out there. Yep. Folks, I'll let you listen in on the driver meeting, which I'm going to have here in a moment. Now that the qualifier's over, all the drivers should be done or going into the pits. There we go. All right, let me have a quick word with those folks and let them know what's going on. I got to switch over here. Hello, drivers. Welcome to GT Champions' 3rd running of the Ferrari Challenge at Sebring. I hope you're enjoying yourself. I hope you had some good lap times. Congratulations, Jonathan, on the pole. You got a lot of work to do. You got some fast dudes all around you. So everyone just be patient, be cautious on the first lap. Remember, those tires are going to be cold. The track is just rubbering in, so there's going to be a little less grip than during your practice races. Remember, you have one fast repair. Don't be afraid to use it. And above all, have just the most fun that you can have today. And hopefully you guys are in the party chat. A couple of you are in the Discord. Feel free to jump in there with the rest of the people so you can have a good time. Good luck. And if you have any questions, you can let us know after the race. Have fun, drivers. All right. So here we go. Up on the grid, we have Jonathan Schwartz pulling down the top spot. Roy O'Shea comes in with a whopping 0.17 seconds behind him, so very close between the two top drivers. Right behind them on row 2 is going to be Mike Griffith and Patrick Brady. Then you're going to have Timo, brand new guy from Geezer Racing, it looks like, and Tim Connolly in on row 3. Row 4, we're going to have Stefano Carmassi and Todd Beer. Row 5 is going to be Steven Susanna and Jamie MacArthur. I think one of those guys is new this week. Row 6, you got Michael Piccanini. I love saying that name. Michael Piccanini and Jerry Jones. They are on row 6. After these guys, you're going to have... where to go? Oh, there it is. Steven Saunders and Mike Fagone, Caleb Sexton, and Blaine Gibson. So that's your 16 drivers that we're going to have out on track today. All right, don't forget, you can go to gtchampions.com/Ferrari to see more details. And you can see more about GTC TV here. And folks, I'm telling you, we have been working hard in the background. And there is going to be all kinds of good stuff showing up here in the future with GT Champions, and I'm super excited for it. All right, let's see. I like seeing the cars. Let's take a look at some of the cars out on the track. The production studio is just getting their ducks in a row, or at least in the same pond. I'm waiting on our co-commentator. He's in the lobby, but I just don't hear him. It seems like I see him talking.
Can you hear me?
That's a good thing. I think that was you. Was that you?
Yeah, that was me.
He's here, folks.
We're here.
Jordan has arrived. Yay, Jordan. You showed up just in time, Jordan. You should be able to see the race here with us, so you can do some commentary.
Yes, sir.
And the pace car is bringing them around. Our map disappeared. I don't see where they are on the track. I recognize the corners, but I haven't got enough practice. All right. We're about halfway around the track. Jordan, welcome aboard, folks. This is Jordan, and he's going to hang out with us today.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun.
It should be. We've got
That's true.
four of the 4 of the 6 top drivers on track are all from High Pre. They are
There we
putting
go.
down the gauntlet. It's like good thing there's not a team championship, or nobody would have a shot at it. Except
Right.
these guys. Well, folks, we'll talk more to Jordan and get to know him as the race goes on. But Jordan is a man that lives in Northern California. There, that's all we need to know, right? No.
Yeah. Hey, there you go.
Are you really? I guess you're considered a man now. You're old enough to be considered a man. I think
so.
of everybody under 30 as still kids because I'm old now.
Hey, I've always been told I'm an old soul, so I like to think I'm a man now. But, you know,
There you go. There you go.
I have my
funny-
kid moments.
Funny thing about Jordan, he's the exact same age as my oldest child.
Yep.
Yeah, he does look young. I'm not going to say how old he is. I'll let him decide on that one because, stuff. But anyway, they're coming down the final back straight. I guess it's not the back. It's behind pit lane, the back side of the track. When they come around this corner, they're going to peel off and we're going to have some racing, and this is going to be fun. Jordan, just a reminder.
Yes, sir.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Pixteca. Okay. Yep. Production is doing a couple things in the background to try to make this look a little bit better for you. You're not going to get to hear any of the sound of the races while we're doing our broadcast. So, something just covered up the screen. There's something covering up the screen. We can't see the. Okay, I'll go ahead and go. All right, and they're off and running side by side. The first 2 High Pre cars. They are running really wide, trying to cut. I can't see that. That's Jonathan Schwartz is up front. Mike Griffith on his tail. Everybody trying to get through the first few corners together. So far, it looks pretty clean. They got to keep it together. Too wide through here is rough to do, but Mike Griffith and Patrick Brady are going to just keep doing it, and they're going to keep trying to get that spot done. And Mike Griffith hasn't given up yet. He is still fighting for that 3rd spot. And look at them side by side. Everyone behind them is like, guys, what's happening? Figure it out. This looks a lot
Griffith
slower.
And Schwartz go at it again.
What's that?
I'm interested to see Griffith and Schwartz go at it again
Yeah.
from last week.
We'll see if he can get up there. He's got Rory O'Shea is not some slow guy. He's the guy running in second. And they're finally, Patrick gets it straightened out, and Mike Griffith has to fall into 4th. So we'll see how these guys do. I mean, we're only halfway through the first lap, and I'm already excited about this race.
I'm excited for, I think it's turn 16 and 17 going on to the long straights. They don't got a good run out of there. They're going to get past.
Yep, that's true. Look at that. Mike Griffith is really putting the front of that Ferrari right into the tailpipes of Patrick's car, and gets a little bit loose and loses a little time there. And that's going to bring TJ right up to his bumper. 150 miles an hour. 155 miles an hour into that section. That's so fast for this little track.
Right up on that back bumper.
Yep, that's where you want to be. You want to be right there. Ooh, a little scrape on the wall there from Patrick. I don't know if it did anything, but I saw some sparks, or at least I did think I saw some sparks. The first 2 up front kind of pulled away. These are battling. TJ's there. Who's that behind? That's the new guy in P6, number 65, McCowan. He's brand new, just registered today. And then Patrick Carmassi is right behind him. Not Patrick. Is that his name? Stefano Carmassi. Why did I say Patrick Carmassi? I don't know. It sounds cool. Stefano sounds way better, though. Uh-oh. Todd Beer off the track.
No.
Oh, this won't be the first car off the track. So. This will never be the first car. Not on this track. There's a bunch of guys in the pits getting serviced. Oh, that sounded wrong. Getting their service done.
Oh.
Okay, Mike, look at him. Oh, there he goes. He's going to try to go on the outside and cut back. But look at that. Patrick just says, I see you coming. I see you coming. Oh, there it is. There it is. Mike's got the move done there. Patrick got a little loose. Did you see that wiggle? And now they're going to fight side by side. Patrick gets it back. Oh, jeez, guys.
Oh, this is going to be fun to watch all day.
I can watch this all day like this. We'll try to keep an eye on other battles. Everyone's really spread out in the back half of the field. The newer, jeez, that's so close. The newer drivers, they have time to get figured out. These guys are the pros, man. These guys up here, I mean, they're all the ones that. Look, Tim is like, what do I do? Okay, I'm just trying to see where everything is.
A long race. Be patient.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, next season, I'm not gonna release what it is yet, because me and Pix haven't talked about it. But we have another one make cup coming up here in shortly after this one ends. So we'll be announcing that a little bit later. But during that, we will have a pro and an AM class. So now they'll all still be on the same track together and they'll all be racing together. But man, look at these guys go. Tim's just waiting for one of them to screw up and take
not wanting to give it up. I love it.
But anyway, so we're going to have a pro class and an AM class. So we'll have two separate championships happening at the same time. We won't be able to end. Whoa!
Oh, a little late on braking, I'd say.
Patrick, buddy. I looked away for just a second right when that happened. All I saw him go off the track, so I didn't even get to see it. Maybe we can get a replay from Mr. Producer, and I can see that one again. Oh, yeah, there we go. Let's do it. And there we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, so wait a minute. That was... Okay. Oh, Patrick got it. Oh, Patrick was trying to get around Tim and just overshot the. Okay. Wow. That was so close. Oh, that was Tim that went off.
That was Tim.
I thought Tim was behind him and I was confused, but okay. Well, Tim Connolly and Stefano now battling it out. And oh, look at this. Tim McAllen and Susanna. What's Susanna's first name? Steve. Steve and Timo McAllen duking it out here for 6th place. That's TJ up in front of them. This is so much fun. Hey, Fry. We're doing great on a Saturday. Thanks, Shredda. We've got some... what's interesting is I've learned that we have a lot more drivers that have iRacing but haven't really done much with them, but they're racing in be careful. They're racing in Gran Turismo and but they don't really have anything to like do in iRacing. And so now a couple of them are joining up here. In fact, one of them is in 15th place, Steven Saunders. He goes by the name of Wooly. A lot of people know who he is with Amigos Racing Team. He's come over here. Got a few other drivers that I'm learning that are like, hey, I want to do this. So it's like, great. It's like our tagline says, right? Different simulators, same passion. Racing is racing. So Jordan, you're watching iRacing. You've watched it before. You haven't actually participated in it. What do you think of it so far?
I've always loved watching iRacing. I think it's the closest thing you can get to actual racing. I'm jealous I'm not doing it with these guys right now, but hopefully I will soon.
Yeah, well, we'll work it out. I mean, you can buy lottery tickets.
That is true.
There's an overtake. This is Rory and... Is that Patrick? That's Patrick! Or Jonathan Schwartz. Yeah, this is for the lead. Did Rory get the lead here? He sure did. Look at that. Boom, and he gets it done. Rory, now, yeah, we're all thinking Jonathan's just going to win every race this season.
Right.
He's going to be up there, but he's got some competition now. Oh, look at that Wooly. That was Wooly right there, spun right in front of him. That was close.
Goodness, he didn't come back onto the track right in front of him.
Well,
that'd have been bad.
I will tell you, Wooly has been around the. Oh no, Stefano. I know exactly what's happening in his earpiece right now. It's saying, "You got wheel damage." Exactly what the spotter's telling him. These cars are delicate. They're fast. They're grippy. They're so much fun to drive. But man, you tap the wall and it's wheel damage. That's just how it is. Look at this. And there's Michael Piccanini. Piccanini. I love saying that name. And look at his shark.
I love it.
What's that?
I love that last name. Piccanini.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Oh, that's great.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different countries represented today. In case you wanted to know, we got Rory, who's from Ireland or Scotland. I think it's Ireland. There's the Barbie mobile from Blaine Gibson.
Barbie
out on track. That thing is so cool. But what's weird is it has the default livery underneath it. Doesn't it? It does that. That's weird. Well, if Blaine, if you're watching this and you want to get that fixed, our producer here, Pixteca, he can tell you exactly how to get that done if you need help with it. He'll be happy to help you. He loves making things pretty. Man, folks, you can't hear him ever, but the only reason that we look as good as we do is because of this guy. The highpre.com.mx website. You got to go check it out. Yeah, you just got to do it. You got to do it. But anyway, GTChampions.com is going to be getting a makeover here pretty soon, people. It's in the background. Me and Pixteca are working on it, and that's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see how that goes. Yep. So let's see. I'm just checking. What is this? This is TJ's dropped back a spot. McCallum's got in front of him. This is great news. This is great news that we have other drivers that have great pace showing up and to challenge. The reason I say to challenge the high pre drivers is these guys on high pre are pretty quick. I race on high pre when we're doing iRacing events. And they're all faster than me. And it's so much fun to race with them because I learned so much. And it's fun to have other people challenging them. And because what that does is just makes them better to sharpen their tools, you know? But Timo, man, he's doing pretty good. Hi, Timo. Welcome to friggin' GT Champions, man.
Timo with the top 5 right now. I like it.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
Now, Jordan has been around racing for a long time. He told me a story about the first time he got taken to some kind of racing event. He could tell you about that. And it was after that it was in his blood. It was like, what is that? I forget what the name of the movie is where like the guy eats the pills and it makes him super smart. Remember he had to take the pills all the time. Anyway, makes his brain activate. There was this movie where this guy would take a pill and it would make him really smart. It like activates everything in his brain and he can just remember and see everything. I can't remember the name of it. Oh my gosh, that's gonna kill
Somebody
me.
in chat know because I have no idea what he's talking
Somebody
about.
has to know it. Somebody in chat has to know it. It's like Infinity? No. I can't. Darn it. My wife would be able to tell you. They even made a TV show out of the movie for a little while. But anyway, Mike Griffith is a long way off of the battle. Limitless. Yes. That was what it was. Limitless.
Okay.
Great movie. Yeah. Thanks, buddy. That's the Mr. Producer does the Google searches while we're focusing on race cars.
Producer for the win.
So, look at this. Rory O'Shea challenging John now. There's time for him to come back. I mean, if John keeps finishing on the podiums, he's not going to get a championship over John. But you never know. John may have to miss a race, right? So Rory and John battling it out up in the front. These are the two closest cars on track to each other. Everyone is kind of spread out, getting their laps done. TJ's making a move. TJ's making a move up into the top 5. Nice move, TJ. Or Tim. He goes by TJ. Oh, not coming back.
Underneath.
Late on the brakes.
Contact.
A little contact there. This is good stuff. This is good. I already know what's going on in his head. I know I know what his whole setup looks like. His room that he races in. Like I've seen it on the cameras, and I just known him for a long time. So we've talked, and he's like shown me pictures and stuff. His whole room is decked out. He's got a checkerboard painted wall he and his wife did.
Oh,
you know, and it's a whole little spot for him. And I could just see him in there with his little gloves on, and just going, son of a.
See, that's one of the
what
most
he's doing.
important things is when you're battling somebody so close and you're making slight contact and stuff. It's very crucial to remain calm because it can happen that you do get a little too aggressive and then you end up ruining your own race.
Yep, absolutely. So these two are battling it out. Looks like position 9 and 10 are getting a little closer together. Who's that? That's Beer and MacArthur. They're only about a second apart from each other. There's Mr. Beer now in 9th. And right behind him, in about a second later, is MacArthur, newcomer. Good times, good times. 16 drivers out on track. This is the most you could do in Gran Turismo. We could do another 40 drivers on this track. Can you imagine
wild.
40 more cars on here? Oh god!
Oh my goodness!
It would be a pass fest.
It really would.
I think I forgot to change something for our. Sorry, folks. If we're testing some stuff, beta testing some scoring and race monitoring stuff. So give me a second. Take over the show here, Mr. Jordan.
All right, put me on the spot.
On the spot.
All right, here goes TJ or Tim. Oh, up the inside. Here we go again. We're gonna battle once more.
Of course, as soon as I look away.
Yep.
That's no fair. Okay.
Oh man,
This
side
looks
by
good.
side. Here
I'm
we go.
gonna watch this instead.
Oh, I would want to also. Oh man, look at it, nice and clean.
Ooh, little wiggle from Tim.
Oh, there we go. He got the pass done. Let's see if he can hold him off. Yeah, he seems to be able to hold him off for now. I think McCowan behind him. Correct? Yes, it is.
Yes. Timo,
Seems to
I
be
think
pulling
is what
away
he
a little bit. Was McCowan slowing him down? Oh, nope, never mind. Here he comes.
said. Yeah,
He's coming right back.
yeah, it's coming right back.
And they come down that long straight towards turn 17. Can he get any slip before the corner?
That long stretch should help people get up there. It's those braking zones and sections like this that are really going to be the cat's
Yep.
meows getting this right.
Oh, little wide on exit. Who's going to have the better run? I would assume Connolly would.
Yeah,
Yep,
he's got
going away just a
himself a
little.
pretty decent gap now. He's got almost a second. That'll give him a little less pressure. We don't have to switch there, but looks like Jonathan Schwartz is just about a half second behind Rory. Flashing their lights now. They're coming up to lap traffic. This is where it can get a little bit crazy. Caleb's going to go a little wide, leave him the spot because he knows. Yeah, see, I love that. I mean, you don't have to drive off the track, but he's fully aware that the leaders are behind him, and he's
Yeah,
making
that's
sure they
awesome
can get
awareness.
by.
I love it.
In fact, Mike Griffith is only 3 seconds behind them. He was a little further back. I think
Yeah,
he might
he
be
was.
gaining on him.
I think the fact that they're battling might be letting them get a little closer.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm looking at right now. Rory O'Shea has the fastest lap as a 2-minute flat 2 minutes 0.698.
Okay.
The last couple laps, Mike Griffith last lap was almost a half second faster than John. So I think he's getting himself together, trying to find his way up there. The biggest mover in the race right now is Caleb Sexton and Blaine Gibson. Both of them have gained 3 spots in the race thus far. Yeah, this seems to be the closest we got on the track. So There's a little bit more about the track right there for you folks. It's still 72 degrees outside. Track temperature is only 87 degrees. These guys are getting maximum grip on these tires. With the track temperature that low, it's getting everything right where it needs to be. Mike Fragone from Victory Pace Racing. Wait a minute, Victory Pace Racing.
VPR.
Oh yeah, okay. Sorry, I was thinking Victory Pace. Why do I know that name? So there's a sponsor for the BMRL trucks, which come on Monday nights, by the way. So folks, you can come back here and watch the Craftsman trucks from BMRL Racing. Their A class. This is their top drivers that we broadcast Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. And one of their sponsors is Victory Prince. And I saw Victory Pace. I was like, I wonder if that's the Victory Prince guy. Oh, no, it wouldn't be. So Jerry Jones running in the top 10 unopposed. I don't see another car around him for a while anywhere.
Running hot laps.
Yeah, he's just trying to he's getting his laps in. But points are points. You know what? Why don't you keep an eye on that there for a second? I'm going to get some standings up at, what happened? Whenever I see the replay, I always cringe a little bit.
Oh, no. Seems clean.
Did he just get sideways? Oh, there it is.
Oh,
there it
yeah.
is. Stefano. Hey, it's Stefano.
Sideways, too.
And now someone's coming. Someone's coming.
Oh.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. The Shark and the M&Ms are coming by. M&Ms is Tatiana's favorite car. I like M&Ms. M&Ms are great. I'm a candy guy. That's what makes me so fat. So a little bit about some of these drivers. Let's see. Let's look at Stefano. So Stefano Camarasi is running 5th in the standings right now. And he's got 2 races under his belt, right? He started both of them. His average starting position has been 7th. And his average finishing position has been 6th place. So Stefano is having consistent races to be in the top 5, right?
Oh, no.
So...
Okay, so I thought we were getting a replay.
I
got
thought so
worried.
too, and I was scared. Mike Griffith into the pits. Are we already not even halfway through? Interesting.
Oh,
Did
29.
he hit anything, or is he just getting tires and fuel? Oh, he's getting tires, that's for sure. Maybe this track is really hurting the tires a little bit more than we think. Jonathan Swartz has finished on the podium the first 2 races and won the first 2. He's won a race, and Mike Griffith has won a race. So we only have 2 people that have won a race so far.
Yeah, no repeats.
Yeah, we're gonna see. Well, Rory says, I want to come in here and I want to get a race done, and I want to win one. So I like it. I want everybody to win races. I want you know what? We have 16 guys. We need to have 10 more rounds so that everybody else can win one. So anyway.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
Okay, so
look up in P6. Look at P6.
P6.
What's going on up there with Susanna? There's all kinds of stuff around. There's Stefano Camarasi in 7th. 6th is right in front of him, which is
definitely wants to spot back.
Wait a minute, hold on. This is Stefano Camarasi. So Susanna, which is what is his last name? His first name is Steve. So Steve is in P6. Is P6 the M&M's car?
Yes.
Okay. So this is a battle for 6th. So that must be a lapped car in front of them.
Yeah, I think it is.
I think the Shark car is a lapped car. Michael Piccinini, yeah. So Michael Piccinini is there running in 13th, and he has got P's 6 and 7 right behind him. And they probably would like to get around him quicker than they're getting around him.
Let's see if he moves over. Doesn't look like he wants to let him by.
I'm just looking at some of the stuff. So Patrick Brady just ran his fastest lap, his best lap, last lap, which was a 2:02, and the leaders are running 201. So the leaders just Rory and John are just driving away from this field. They've got this track figured out, and right now Steve is just like, I want to keep my 6th place spot. I don't want that car behind me. Mike Griffith back out on track, comes out in 9th. Now, keep in mind, the leaders still have to pit, right? So he must have, I don't know if he's, maybe he burned up his tires too much chasing Rory around. Was it Rory he was racing with?
No, he was by himself in third for a little bit.
Him and Tim. Where is Tim? There he is in 4th.
He's in 4th.
So I think maybe Mike Griffith is like, I'm gonna just short pit these guys and get some new tires on, because maybe he just overworked those tires and got them just in horrible shape early in the race. So maybe now that he's on the track, he can run some hot laps in his own line at his own pace and try and keep the tires a little longer and get to the end of the race. We still have 35 minutes to go. Tim Connolly, he's such a good guy, and he's got great dogs. I've never met him in person, but I've talked to him and his dogs plenty of times. So, folks, pardon me, don't forget to like the stream, share it, tell your friends to subscribe to it. We have been making a goal to get to 1,000 subscribers, and we're getting so close. We're like 890 something now, and I'm super excited. But also, go check out gtchampions.com. See what it looks like now, because it's going to look a little bit different in a little while as we get some of the work done on it. But trying to get some more information easierly. That's not. How am I trying to put those two words together?
No.
It'll be much easier to find the information you're looking for. There we go. Add a few more words, Chris.
You're gonna get there eventually.
Some days I wonder, how did I make 50 something years and I still can't form sentences? Like, it doesn't make sense. All right, in comes Todd Beer, in comes Jerry Jones. So and looks like Steven Saunders is in the pits too. Pardon me. It looks like he might be retired from the race, though. I think he may have crashed the car. Well, he did have an issue with his wheel, which is why he wasn't here for the last 2 rounds. He had to send it. There it is. Finally, Steve says, I'm going to just go in here. I'm going to get this done. Now, honestly speaking, that Michael Piccinini should be seeing some blue flags that are waving for him to let him know that the lead lap cars are coming up behind him, and should try to move out of the way. But this all comes with time and driving experience. Let's see, Michael Piccinini is an A-rated driver, so he should know this. Here goes the leader. Schwartz stays out to take back the lead. I don't now. What I wonder is oh my goodness, Chris Ball, what are you doing? Mike's got nice fresh tires. He's going to be running faster lap times. As a matter of fact, let me see what his last lap time was. A 2:01.2. Nope, 2:01.2. He's on his best first sector right now, and he's into his second sector. So he has actually he's in the final sector. I want to see what his lap time was when he comes across, because with those soft new tires, he should have a little bit more grip and get some spots back on the track. Jonathan is probably going to go a little bit slower because he's got the worn out tires. So let's see what happens here. Mike Griffith should be coming across the start finish line here shortly. Because he already did pit. All right, his last lap, a 2:01.3. John Schwartz's last lap was a 2:02.3, 2:02.1. So almost a second faster Mike was on his last lap than John was. So, wow, that was close. That was close. Who was that? Was that oh, okay, Jerry Jones. Whew. Be careful, Jerry Jones. Yeah, Mike Griffith is back to third after all the pits.
Now I'm curious to see what happens when Shorts goes into the pits. Oh,
Yeah,
there he goes. I think
there
that
he
was Shorts.
goes. All right, so he did lose about a second to Mike Griffith. Yeah, he lost about a second, and Mike was only a couple seconds behind him. So um, we'll see how this goes because Mike is getting a lot of those clean laps with nobody in the way. On his freshman, someone back there almost slid their car around. Saw that in the background. All right, leaders in the pits. Blaine Gibson's in the pits.
Fun fact: did you know that this track? I did some research. Did you know that this track is built on an old airfield?
Yeah,
That is wild.
there's a lot of tracks that are built that way. Actually, there's a lot of racetracks that are built on just old Army land or Air Force Army
That is
Army Air
crazy.
Corps before the Air Force was even made. They had these just big old paths of concrete out in the middle of nowhere.
Make sure they're
so
super
I
long
guess I
straight.
should-
I love it.
I guess I should explain why I called this place the armpit of Florida during our introduction.
Yes,
I might
do
want to
please
go over that.
explain.
Some people might be offended. They're like, why would you call Sebring the armpit of Florida? So Sebring is not far. It's about, I don't know, it's about an hour away from a town called Wauchula. Wauchula is a nothing town in Florida. Like no one's ever heard of it ever, right? People have heard of Avon Park, Daytona, Fort Lauderdale, and those kinds of places, Orlando, Tampa. But Wauchula is a town of nothing. And I served my mission in Florida. So I was in Florida for a couple years and I was in Wauchula. And it's just gross. Like that, it's so hot. When I say gross, not like the town is gross. It's just because it's inland so far and it's just swampy everywhere. It is just muggy and gross. And quite literally, it wouldn't matter how much deodorant or antiperspirant I would spray or put under my arms. It was just swampy all day, every day. Just like, I hated it. It was so gross. And all of us other missionaries, we all called this place the armpit of Florida because of it. Anyway, so it's not far. Sebring is just to the east of it by 45 minutes or so. And I haven't been to the track, but anyway, that's why I called it the armpit. Just in case you were wondering. Little history about Chris Ball, the announcer here. Anyway, so Patrick and I, or not Patrick, Jordan and I, got to talking last night and realized we both lived, when I was in California, we both lived within an hour of each other. Uh-oh. No, who's that? Oh, is that Tim? Oh, no. Drops to 6th. By a lot. Or he's just flashing a lot. I don't know what's going on. Let's see.
He could be
He's
saying
by
a lot
himself.
of. Who knows? What happened?
No, he's by himself, and I think he just got. Oh, he thought he was going to run into somebody. I think he tapped the brakes to try to get away
Almost
from
got
him, and couldn't keep it together. Oh, who was that in front of him? Was that Patrick? Yeah, that was Patrick. Oh, what a bummer. Well, get it together, buddy. You're still running third in the points. Just get a good finish, right? Get a good finish. Running in 6th now. All right, so far, the biggest mover right now is Steve Susana, running in 7th. He's gained 2 spots in the race. Other people had higher spots, but they have lost those spots. So Steve Susana, Stefano Carmassi, and Todd Beer. Well, Todd Beer's kind of far back by like 17 seconds, but these two were not. P8 and 9. They were definitely having a nice little battle there. Who else do we have on track that's P10? Yeah, that's MacArthur. And P11 is right behind him. Yes, look at this. There we go. I love a good battle.
Point something out real quick. When I saw Schwartz
What's
finally
that?
come out. He was about 2 seconds quicker, or 2 seconds ahead of O'Shea. And if you look at it right now, he's about 0.6 ahead of him now. O'Shea's been closing the last couple laps.
Oh yeah, he is. He's getting a little closer. Well, let's
He's
see.
gonna give Schwartz a run.
Patrick Brady ran his fastest last lap, a 2:01.7. John Schwartz last lap was a 2:02. If this is doing its stuff right, a 2:01 by Rory. So Rory is definitely closing by about 0.3, which is exactly what you saw when you looked at the timing. So he's getting there. He's in striking distance. And P7, Susana Carmassi. Yeah, this is happening. These guys are battle. This is fun. See, this is all the drivers want. Oh, he's blinking a little bit. We'll see how that holds together. And we, sorry, I gotta know myself. The best part of racing isn't always winning. The best part of racing is just having a battle and racing with someone, and just like it's like the stick and the carrot, right? Or the rabbit, right? Is you have something to chase, and that's your goal. Your goal is, I'm going to pass this guy. Once I pass him, I'll think about what my next goal is. But for right now, I'm going to focus on this. What I do like to see is I like to see the rookies still out on track racing, because the rookies staying out on track racing is doing nothing but helping them get better. More time behind the wheel, learning how to handle blue flag situations, driving around to other people, the pressure of just being in a race. It's one thing when you're driving around and practicing, because you're like, I'm going to full send it here and see if the car sticks. And then if it doesn't, I just get a new car. Right?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. And the overtake is done. Stefano gets the move done when Susana makes an error. So, I was trying to come up with the M&M's joke. It didn't come to me. I apologize, folks. Yeah, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. All right, so look at this. Rory is there. Griffith is 8 seconds back, so his undercut didn't do anything. As a matter of fact, he's fallen back even more by a couple seconds. Oh, that's us, by the way. That's me, Chris, at the top. Jordan, say hey. Hello. Jordan Navarro is visiting. If you race on Gran Turismo, he goes by Nav Motorsport. So that's who that guy is. That makes sense with the Navarro. Anyway. And Julio, also known as Pixteca, running the show in the background. So that's what we do here. Hey, if you would like to have commentary, race setup, race direction, anything like that, or get your series broadcasted, you know what? We do that sort of stuff, guys. We do all that kind of stuff. So you let us know, and we can work with you. Just you can contact us off our website. You can contact us there, or you can join our Discord and look for me, Presidio Dog. That's what I go by, or any of the admin staff. Yeah, you can also email us at broadcasting@gtchampions.com. So you can get a hold of us there. Lots and lots of stuff we can do. And look at this. Is this for position? Yep. It is. That's Jerry Joe. No, wait a minute. Yeah, and Jamie MacArthur. Jerry and Jamie. That won't confuse me at all. Oh, this is so much fun. I love watching cars battle it out. Rory is going to just have a little bit more tire wear happen. I bet those tires are a little bit hotter, following around in that dirty air, the tires sliding around a little bit more. But
pressure on them.
You know what's really great is these high pre drivers don't have very many opportunities to race against each other. What I do see them doing all of the time is racing with each other. The endurance races where, you know, you'll have Rory and John will be the I can't think of it, LMH, LMP, LMR.
You guys?
GTP. Thank you. Gosh, you'll see them racing the GTP cars as a team. And so they're not ever on the track racing against each other. So they've got to be enjoying this by like, okay, now it's time for some bragging rights. Let's see who knows how to wheel a Ferrari around Sebring and fight each other out. And that is just going to make them better. Oh, I love it. It's so much fun to have a platform for people to come and bring your friends. And if you know people, or if this is your first time watching, these are open. All you have to do is register on our website, gtchampions.com/Ferrari. You can register. And then I didn't know you can go way out there on the course. No wonder those guys are gaining time, because I was keeping it in the lines and I could barely get a 204 done. Now I know where you can. I'm not going to say cheat.
You spent too much time on Gran Turismo. You're afraid of all the penalties.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you can come and register, and you can bring your friends. If you guys want to bring your team over, and you want to have a place for your team to race against each other, and have a bunch of other people to race around, more power to you guys. Come on by.
I mean, if we're having fun broadcasting, people are surely going to have more fun racing. So
I would think so. Okay, Jordan, tell the people the story you told me about how you first got into racing when you were a kid. I thought that was a really cool story.
So, I grew up at a little track called All American Speedway. That's kind of where I got introduced to racing. And then I kind of fell off, stopped racing, stopped watching NASCAR. And then I don't remember how old I was, but for my birthday, my mom took me to Sonoma Raceway. And they had this classic racing group, and they had a whole bunch of old classic cars and stuff. And for my birthday, she ended up purchasing a package that I can go around the track with somebody for like 1 or 2 laps. And I'm a big guy. It's hard for me to fit into smaller things, especially cars. And so there was an old 1970 Mustang just sitting on the paddock, just waiting for somebody to come up to him and say, hey, we paid for this package. And nobody was coming. So he saw us standing there, asked if we were waiting on a driver or something. And we said, yeah. And he said, well, come with me and we'll go around several laps. And he ended up finding out, I think from my mom, that it was my birthday. We ended up going 6-7 laps, and it was so cool. And that pretty much just opened a can of worms, and I was hooked on racing from there. And now I'm trying to get into iRacing, but it's a little bit on the more pricey side for me, but I'll get there eventually.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that. Well, I already knew this because you told me yesterday, but the Sonoma is my home track too, where we were at with the BMRL Craftsman trucks on this past Monday. And that's where we're going to finish this series. And that was the first racetrack I was ever on, was at Sonoma. And I'd been there numerous times. And yeah, I just love that track. It's got everything you could want in a race course. And it's got elevation changes, sweeping S's, and lots of really cool configurations. So yeah, it's a fun track.
Curbs are no joke.
They're not. You gotta be on top of it.
TV. You see him on TV and in the game and stuff, and you're like, yeah, the car's bouncing, and then you do it in real life, and you're like, oh, okay, that was actually a hard hit.
Yeah. My younger brother, who owns a company called Detailing Group, who's been a sponsor of GT Champions since the beginning, and he owns a '66 Pontiac Le Mans, and but it's got 400 horsepower, something like that. It's got the giant Pontiac engine in it, but it's all aluminum now, and he's got a 8-speed paddle shifted transmission in it. It's all road. It's all street legal, but it's a race car.
Yeah.
And it's really funny because he'll go to these events like here come the leaders. He'll go to the events that are like, if you've ever heard of the Optima Search for the Ultimate Street Car Challenge.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
So Optima Batteries does this thing, and so he participates in that. And they do things like you go out in the parking lot and there's cones, and you got to race around the cones and see how fast you can do it, like rallycross, right? And then they do the braking challenges, and they do all these kinds of things. And he goes out and does all of those. And he was doing one out at Sonoma, and I happened to be in town. I don't live out there anymore. Oh, I thought someone was looking there. We've got 15 minutes, 16 minutes left, so there's time. But anyway, we went. I happened to be working out there in the area, and so I went and met him there when he was there for the weekend, and he took me out in his Pontiac, and took me on the track. So I got to preface something though. So he's owned this car since he and I were 16 years old. He bought this car in like 1985.
Okay.
Maybe 1985 we bought it, and he wrecked it. He ran into a freaking Volkswagen Bug in the rear axle, and it messed up the front of the car and the engine and everything. So he kept the car, but what he did is he needed a new motor, so he just bought a 68 Pontiac Catalina and took the motor out of it, and he used that motor forever. But going back to the story is, he never had a driver's license.
What?
So he never had one. So when he bought the car, I drove him to school in it.
Oh my goodness.
Right? And it was this well, actually it was the Pontiac Catalina. It was the family car that he bought, but he couldn't. Well, okay, I went too far. I'm going to shorten the story. Paris had a Pontiac Catalina. I think it was a 68. And that's what we were driving, because the parents said, all right, we got a new family car. You kids all have a portion of it. Right. And so now, so my little brother said, I want to buy all the kids' shares out so I can own the car. And so we all sold him our piece of the car. And so he owned the whole car. And so I drove him around in it. And that's the car that got in the wreck. So he bought the 66 Le Mans and a 68 Catalina, another 68 Catalina, took the motor out of it and put it. So swapping things around, he ends up with the 66 Le Mans. And he's had that thing ever since he was in high school. And he has spent probably $100,000 on this car over the years.
I got a question.
Here we go.
You drive that
Here we
one?
go.
Oh.
To get done, Jonathan is defending. Oh, here we go, son. This is
going to the
fun.
dirt. O'Shea,
There
there he goes. Yep.
There it is. Rory gets it back.
He was tired of looking at that back bumper.
He was. That's the thing about racing. Keep that pressure on. So the whole reason I brought up that whole story is that when we went out onto the track in his Le Mans, that was the first time that I'd ever driven in the car on a racetrack. I've driven on the street, but that's not a racetrack, right?
Yeah.
And I've driven that car. And it's not supposed to handle the way that it was handling. What happened to Mike Griffith? Why is he all the way back at 12th? Did he disconnect? He was in 12th. Is he not? It does say he's in the pit, but I don't. My software's not showing that he's in the pit. That's weird. It shows me that he's still running in third. All right, we'll have to see as the laps come around. Now it shows him in fourth. So as everyone starts crossing the line, it's probably, that's a shame.
That is too.
Well, anyway, he takes me out on this track in the car. And he's driving up the hill, and he's making that first right-hander on Sonoma, right? After you got turn one, goes up the hill, and it's a right-hand turn, and he just cranks it, and the car just sticks. I'm like, I was freaking out because I was like, Dave, this car can't do that. I remember when it wasn't a race car. So it scared the crap out of me. I was like, I can't believe this car is handling like it is. It's insane. And everybody freaks out when he shows up there because he drives the car there. He lives in San Diego. He drives it to wherever these events are, Willow Springs, Sonoma, other places. These guys, everyone else is trailering their cars in. He gets the car, puts gas in it, drives all the way there.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's not
races around the track and go drive it home.
What's that?
He's just all, I'm gonna bring it to the track, I'm gonna race it, and then I'll just drive it home.
Yeah, and he uses the same tires. He's switching.
Does he really?
Yeah, but now what he does though is he actually has a separate set of wheels with the tires on them and puts them in the trunk. He's trying to get like some stuff together. He wants to get a truck and a trailer so that he can tow the car, or Just get a trailer he can hook up to the car and pull it with him. I think that's the best. It's like, I'm going to bring my race car to the track, and it's going to tow what it needs to the track. I think that's
is
so
awesome. I'll never forget, I saw a video. It was of a hot rod pulling one of those old school legend cars, and it looked exactly the same.
So he had the legend car towing a legend car? That's awesome.
Pretty much, yeah. It was beautiful.
That's awesome. It looks like P4 and 5 are having a battle too. Look at that. They are like right at each other. There we go. That's TJ trying to get his spot back into P4. McCowan. I'm just going to say McCowan for now because I'm not going to try to relearn it.
That worked.
McCowan is like, hey, I'm here. So I don't know if Tim is catching him. Yeah, Tim's last lap was a 2:02, and Timo's was a 2:03. So that's going to be for position. Speaking of position, now we've got lap traffic. Look, Rory's like, get out of the way!
Will this play a factor?
John's gonna get me. This is really difficult.
Oh,
what is happening?
Gosh.
Oh gosh! Wow, guys, that was insane. Let's go. That was awesome.
That was beautiful.
That has got it. Okay, picks, lap, whatever this is. Mark that for a replay video. That's awesome. Oh my goodness, that was fun. Those guys that were in front of him probably were like, "What do we do?"
Oh, right.
Because I think they're racing for position too. What was that, Jordan?
I said, I would have been panicking if I was them.
Yeah, but I think those guys are racing for position that were in front of them, right? Maybe not. Here goes Tim. He's going up in the inside. He's holding him out there. Oh boy, this is a tough spot on the track to pass, but they're getting it done.
Oh, there you go. Pushes him a little wide, and he's got it.
Nice move up to 4th. Tim Connolly wants that podium, but he's got way too much distance between him and P3. P3 is 9 seconds up the road. That's a lot to ask for. Oh, look at that. Coming back at him is Timo. Timo's coming back at him, but overshoots the corner.
I love these close battles, especially when it gets close to finishing.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And all this, all of my life, did I ever think I would ever be doing race car commentary? It's freaking awesome. I love my life. It's so good.
I mean, I probably could have told like my 5 or 6 year old self that I would be doing this, and he'd be fine. Playing with Hot Wheels around a little track.
Yep. My Hot Wheels when I grew up had wood wheels. I'm kidding. I'm not that old. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not that old. Big Stack was like, come on. Uh-oh, they got somebody else they're coming up to. Still 8 minutes to go, but Rory is got the spot in front. Whew. I can't wait. My cars were made out of stone, and we had twigs for the axles, and
oh my gosh.
you know what's going to be funny is when I get in another 30 years from now, right? I'm going to be this 80-year-old man, and I'm going to still be doing this. I'm just going to talk a little slower or something, maybe. But I'm going to look back and go, do y'all remember iRacing when all the cars looked like they were computer generated? Because we're looking at them right now, and we're like, this crap looks really real. And they're going to be like, in 30 years from now, these race cars will be on the track, but the drivers won't be in them. They'll be like, they'll be in a booth somewhere driving the cars.
Right.
Oh no, it's a replay. What happened? Timo's trying to get in there. Tim's making that car as wide as possible. Oh, that was that overtake earlier.
Oh, yep. Okay. That was smart though by Tim, keeping him on the inside and tight.
Yep. It made him overshoot that corner.
Yep.
Tim is a good driver.
Try to pass me, you're gonna You're gonna have to hold that bottom line.
Yep. Well, that's the interesting thing about racing. Everyone thinks you just need to race and go faster than the other guys. Well, there's always going to be somebody faster than you.
Mm-hmm.
John's finding that out right now, right? But there's always going to be somebody faster than you, and racing isn't always about passing. It's also defending. And a lot of people think, well, all you have to do is race. There's as much defense as there is offense in racing, right? You're just like we saw there. Tim was like, well, this guy's going to try to pass me, so I'm going to put myself in the middle of the track. If he has to go to the outside, he's going to have to go way around me. If he goes to the inside, he's going to have to try to make the corner, and he's going to outbrake himself, and then I'll cut across or cut underneath him and get the spot back. If he goes on the outside of me, I still have a good entry to the corner, and he'll really have to work hard to get around me. So it's as much defending as it is passing. Like, this is what Rory's doing right now. Rory's just driving. He knows John wants to get around him, but he's going to race his line and make John do all the hard work.
Yep.
I want to race one of these cars on a real track so bad. Everybody says iRacing, and I kind of believe it because I've talked to plenty of them, that says iRacing is as close to real racing as you can get. Like the feel of the car and stuff like that. But what you don't get is the G-forces, and that's the most fun part of racing, is feeling, those G-forces as the car's going around. And because if you're looking right now, like, can we go inside John Schwartz's car while he's following Rory from the cockpit view? He, you're driving like this. It's going straight is fine, but when you go into these corners and watch as he comes through these corners, your whole body just slides to the left, and you just feel. And windshield wipers. Okay.
He had like a little bug on his windshield.
That was fun. Oh, it must be the cleaning off the windscreen. But anyway, it's just Mike.
Oh no.
No, Mike. So he's still on the track. Oh, is that what happened to him earlier?
Okay.
Oh, okay. Pix is going way back trying to figure out what happened to Mike. Yeah, we're going way back. World's fastest backwards producer. Yeah, where did he go? He's driving around with that damage for a while. This is fun.
What happened?
I've never seen.
Giving Tomater a run for his money.
I think there it is.
Oh, there it was.
Oh, did he take out Barbie? He just comes around the corner and there's a car there. Oh, jeez.
No,
Barbie was just way off the pace. And he had nowhere to go. He tried to go around.
That was a hard hit.
Yeah, poor Barbie. I keep telling Barbie we need to have a Ken car.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
Right?
Let's do it.
All right. So anyway, inside the car, you're really feeling the G-forces, and it is. If you haven't ever been in a race car, I don't care if you're a man or a woman or a grandma, right? If you've never been in a race car, go do it once in your life, because this looks easy. Like, oh, they're just steering the wheel. And yeah, steering it, pointing the car in the right direction is one thing, but to feel the amount of force that an actual driver has to feel in these cars, it is so much fun. Like, just go out there and find a place. There's places everywhere in this country and in other countries where you can get in and a race car driver will drive you around. Heck, some of them let you drive the race car around. Oh, here we go. Jonathan was looking, but it wasn't going to happen.
These 2 turns were going to be very important.
Yep, 2.5 minutes. This is the penultimate lap for these guys. After this lap, it will be the final lap.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
This should be a good battle. Tim Connolly's gotten away about a couple seconds ahead of McCown. So that battle for... oh, wow. Yeah, Tim made it to the podium. Oh, yeah, he did. Patrick Grady fell back to
Connolly.
Yep, Patrick went back to 5th place. He had to pit. I wonder why he pit. but he's way back there. So Tim Connolly's going to get another podium. Always a bridesmaid for him. This is awesome. We're going to have the third winner in our third race. Nobody's won more than one yet. So this is fun. John Schwartz won round 1 when we were at oh my goodness, where did we start the first race?
Was it Laguna Seca? No, it wasn't. Hang on.
Why can't I remember where we started our first race?
Was it Watkins Glen?
Watkins Glen. That's what I was like, what is happening to me? Yes. John Schwartz wins Watkins Glen. Mike Griffith last week won Daytona. And it looks like, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it yet. Because no, I'm not going to do it. We're going to interview these guys afterwards, so that'll be a lot of fun. So stick around for that, those that are watching.
All right. How aggressive is he going to get with his teammate?
As much as he needs to, I guess. Look at him, there he goes. There he goes. He's diving in. Oh! Going to the pits. He's going to go to the pits. Oh, no.
No.
John Schwartz. No. Rory O'Shea gets forced into pit lane. And he's just going to drive through. And he's... Oh, man. Maybe...
Hey,
wait a minute. Was Rory trying to go to the pits? Was he out of gas, maybe? Maybe he was trying to go in. He's just a splash of fuel, and back out he goes. Oh, I so can't wait to talk and find out what happened there.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Rory's still going to be in second place. He's coming out in second. They had that much of a gap. Third place is just now coming up to the start-finish line right now, actually. Oh, my gosh. The race isn't over, is it?
Oh, let's see what happened.
Oh, I kind of looked like Rory was trying to get in there. Maybe he didn't know John was there. I don't know. That's weird. Well, it says there's 0 minutes to go. This should be the last lap for everybody. I haven't seen any checker flags pop up yet. Biggest mover in the race. Tim Connolly gets 3 spots. Jerry Jones gets 3 spots. Jerry Jones is a lap down. Only P1 through 8 are finishing on the lead lap this time around. Wow, that was so weird. You had to go and say it too, Jordan. I wonder how he's going to handle his teammate. And then they spin and crash into each other. Oh my God.
Hey, you said he was going to win.
Todd Beer running in 8. And there is Jamie MacArthur in the top 10. The leader is just coming into the final 2 corners now. So let's catch John as he's coming across the start-finish line here. He's going to come through the final corner. This is where they made contact last time, but he's going to come through this time. Pardon me. Come through this time with the win. John Schwartz, win number 2 out of 3. Good job, man. Congratulations. P2 is a ways back. P9's coming across the line now. But here comes Rory O'Shea from Ireland. No, I was not trying to do a what do you call it?
Sure.
I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. An accent, that's it. I'm not trying to do an accent. I just like, the sound of my voice doing that. Rory O'Shea, P2. Tim Connolly is coming around the final corner now, and he's going to get another podium finish with Timo McCowan will be coming home behind him in 4th place. Congratulations, Tim. Again, onto the podium he goes. Here goes Timo McCowan. Congratulations, sir. After that, we're going to have Patrick Brady will come across the finish line with a top 5 finish. He had to stop and get some fuel for some reason. Stefano Carmassi will come home in 6th place. There he goes. Congratulations, Stefano. That's going to be some good points. P7 coming across now. That is Steve Susanna. The M&M's car comes home in 7th. And Todd Beer is going to be the last one on the lead lap to come across right there in the number 40. P8, Todd Beer. Congratulations. There's actually 2 other drivers, Mike Griffith and Blaine Gibson, that still need to come across the start-finish line at some point. There's one of them, Blaine Gibson. It comes home in 15th. Mike Griffith, I think. Oh yeah, Mike Griffith is up. But look at that. Oh, look at, did they park together? Smart. That's fun looking. Jonathan Schwartz. It would be cool to have the 3 cars. Oh, they did it. Look at that. It's the 3 high pre drivers. They're not doing the are they waiting for Tim? I thought maybe they were waiting to do the 3 cars around the track. There we go. Look at that. Yep. We're going to bring up some race results now. Let you all see what's happening. That was an exciting last few laps. Indeed. Jordan, what did you think?
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah? You got the
awesome.
bug yet?
Yeah.
You know what you could do is you could just go and sell
your
your plasma for like $50 each time you go. Do that 10 times and you can start buying some stuff.
Yeah. Why not?
I've done that before. I saved up all the money to pay for my kids' entire driving instruction class and everything just by going and doing plasma donations for a few times. Okay, there we go. Jonathan Schwartz, Team High Pre and Sim Race City wins again. We're gonna have to talk to those couple of guys about that one and see what happened there. Rory still comes home in second, even after having to pit. And Tim Connolly, once again, as I said, always the bridesmaid and never the bride, but he's up on the podium, and that's good points for him. Tim Connolly in the number 92. Timo, brand new, comes out. Geezer Racing Team. He's got to be an old dude. That's all I can think of, right? Got to be an old man. Comes home in P4, and Patrick Brady comes home with a top 5. Stefano Carmassi and Steve Susanna have a great battle through that last part of the race and come home in P6 and 7. And then we have Todd Beer, Jerry Jones, Jamie MacArthur, Michael Piccanini, Mike Fagone, Caleb Sexton, Mike Griffith, who was having a great race until he crashed into Barbie. And that was it for him. And P14, Blaine Gibson in 15th. And Steven Saunders, a.k.a. Wooly, comes home in the last spot. But the big wiener is John Schwartz. And he's actually here with us in the booth now. Tim's here. What we need is we'll talk about that in a minute. But Tim, buddy, congratulations, man.
I said I would do it, so hold on.
Uh-oh, what's he gonna do? I don't know what he said he's gonna do. He said he would do it, but he's said to hold on, so I'm gonna just...
You can't hear it?
I can't hear anything, buddy. Oh, did we lose him?
You can't hear me?
Oh, I hear you.
Oh, I was playing 3's a magic number. I told you I would do it.
Oh.
It didn't play. That's just...
Oh.
What an adventure. This race kind of was something crazy.
Yeah, you had some really great battles and a lot of you had one white knuckle scary, I almost took out half of my team moment there in the race.
Yeah. Sorry
Let's
about that, Mike and Patrick. I just lost the code marker when I went around. I wanted to get underneath Patrick, and then I lost the brake marker. And I just guessed, and then I was like, "Oh, missile! Sorry." Those guys are smart though, so they avoided it. So I had that. I had 2 spins, and somehow between nasty luck for Mike and nasty luck for Patrick, I'm just destined for Trace.
Well,
just destined
that's
for
not
this.
too bad. I mean, that has you running in second place in the points. I don't know after this race. I'm assuming it'll probably stay in the same spot. But you're way up there at the top of the leaderboard for the season. So that's good stuff, right?
Heck yeah. This is a fun track. First time I drove it was last night, so this is rad. Looking for more seat time here in some races. The car felt good. The The Marconi macaroni again felt good. Brake bias is different. I had to change bias a little bit compared to the stock setting. I was cooking the rear tires trying to trail brake and pushing too hard, and it would cook the rears on me. So Spin City when that happened. But great race, a lot of fun. Shout outs for Timo. I think it's Timo. Me and him had some good battles,
Yeah,
and
you did.
it was enjoyable. So a lot of fun. Gonna need a beer. Yep, I'm gonna need a beer.
I was telling everybody, like, when you got the overtake done, I was just envisioning you sitting in your checkerboarded room and going like, yeah. So
That was fun. Timo sent it a couple times with that hairpin, and I was like, oh, same thing I did. Shit. Okay, got it. Oh God, here we go. So back
Yep.
at it again. It was fun. A lot of fun.
awesome.
Congrats
Well,
to John.
congratulations
And
again, man.
Congrats to Rory. Good job, guys.
Yep. Any shout outs, Tim?
Mom's in town. She watched the race from the couch. Hi,
Nice.
Mom. Love you.
Was she watching from the YouTube stream or on just watching your computer?
YouTube stream. Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, shout out. What's her name?
Maureen.
Maureen.
Mimi.
Maureen. Way to watch. Awesome. Way to support your family. That's awesome.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
Congrats, y'all. I'm gonna go embarrass myself. Talk to you
All
later.
right, go embarrass yourself. Have a good one. Hey, Rory, how you doing, bud? Congratulations. P2, you had P1 for a while. Back and forth it went. But I just got to know, what happened there on the second to last lap at the pit entrance?
I ran out of fuel. I was one lap under fuel because I guessed how much fuel I'd need, and I undershot it by one lap.
So you were trying to get into the pits, but John was underneath you, and you were like, I need to get over there. And John was like, you don't get to go over there because I'm there. And then this happens. And that was pretty crazy. But I thought you were gonna have that race. But it worked. It was funny. It was like 2 corners before this. Jordan, who is commentating with me in the booth today, he was like, okay, what are these two guys gonna do with each other here in the final laps? So,
I think
but
that's
hey,
what they call the curse, the commentator's curse.
yeah, probably. Well, at least you came home with a second place finish for your first finished race of the season. You weren't here last week, and the week before you just got disconnected. So at least you got to get through the whole race this time, right?
Yeah, no, I'm very happy. Like GT3s wouldn't be my strongest car, so I'm very happy I was able to keep up with John, to be honest.
Yeah, but you did pretty good. Any shout outs?
Just to you guys, Hyperi, and everyone for organising. Very good event for a first time event, and hopefully it continues.
Awesome. Well, it will. So again, congratulations, man. Oh. So Rory, do you have something called a Formula Student Race? Is that what I hear?
Yeah, so I'll do a little bit of explaining. Formula Student is basically a competition where universities build their own race cars, which me and my college are competing in this year. But they have a sim racing series that is happening tonight. That is MX5s around Virginia. My teammate is doing the first race in about half an hour. Then I'll be on in about an hour and a half. So we're looking to get some good results then. And the final race will be at the Williams Esports facility in Grove in England. So big prizes on the line.
That's cool. Is there going to be a broadcast of this race you're going to be in?
Yeah, there is. I believe it's in the I shared it in the Hyperi server earlier on. It's on the Formula Student UK Sim Race channel.
All right. Well, there you go, folks. If you want to check it out, you can go search that and you can see if you can find it. Cool. Congratulations again, man. Good job, dude. That was awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, John.
Hello.
Yeah, boy.
What's going on, man? Congratulations. Number 2 gets in the second win.
Yeah, let's go.
There you go.
I was down it for the whole race, man. Rory was putting on the pressure. He had super good pace, and yeah, that first half of the race there. I mean, we were just right with each other, and I was really trying to figure out how to manage just staying within his draft. I feel like I was able to stay within like the .9 to 1 second range, but oftentimes it was if you got too close, then you'd really feel the understeer in like the high speed corners, like turn one, the final corner. And so it was like just trying to find that range where you could stay close enough to not lose him, but also not get the tires burnt throughout the corners is a big challenge. So, but I feel like we were both taking it a bit cautious, just trying to save the rear tires throughout the race. And man, I mean, right outside where I am right now, I think it's like snowing, or at least it was snowing in the morning. And over here, like driving on track, my tires are melting. So it is quite a diverse set of weather conditions I'm experiencing. But yeah, throughout the whole race, that was awesome with Rory. Definitely a bit of drama with some lap cars, but to be honest, it sounded like there was a bit more chaos behind with lap cars. For us, it seemed like they didn't really move over, but if they saw us coming, they just drive off the track. So that was one way for them to get out of the way.
Yeah, that was a weird moment.
Yeah, so I guess whatever works. Appreciate what they're trying to do, but yeah, that final lap drama though. The thing was, Roy had mentioned in the chat that he was pitting in, and so everything would be like, okay, so if he's pitting in, just give him the inside. I was totally convinced he was bluffing. That's all it was. I thought he was saying he was pitting in so that I wouldn't go to the inside. That way he would fake, and then I wouldn't get the run onto the front straight. That's all it was. So, I mean, it wasn't really a confusion. It was the fact I thought he was bluffing, and he wasn't. I thought he totally could make it on fuel. So it really caught me off guard. I was like, well, I guess he wasn't lying after all. So note to self, if Roy says he's pitting, chances are he actually is. But yeah, still awesome race, and glad he was able to get second, that there wasn't really too much drama. He was able to save it out of that final corner, which I'm glad to see. So yeah, awesome job. It was going to be a high pre-win either way, though, so happy to have got high pre in victory lane. Awesome livery, Sim Race City, all those guys. And
that's
you guys.
That's the second three-peat for high pre. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, let's go. So,
Watkins Glen, and now it's Sebring. Now you got to see if you can do that in Atlanta in the 2 weeks from now and make that work out. But we have 2 weeks to get some more drivers in here, and we'll see if you can find some more fast people, because there's a couple of guys in here. Mike Griffith had an unfortunate incident, but I think he was headed for you guys.
yeah, I mean, I kept checking the delta, and he was like 8 seconds back. So if he kept battling or kept trying to save fuel, Roy and I mean, he was right there. So I'll need to check out what happened with him. But he definitely had solid pace throughout the race, just not too far off. And yeah, excited to see how Road Atlanta goes, and maybe we'll be able to see Eddie here next time at Road Atlanta. I think he said he was gone doing some disc golf this week, but he and I had a great battle at Lock-In, so hope to see some more battles. Maybe we can have a three-way battle, me, Eddie, and Rory. That'd be sweet. And who knows, maybe even Mike and TJ as well.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. So congratulations, bud. That was pretty awesome. Good racing. Last shout outs, and then we'll let you go off and talk with everybody. One thing, actually I'll save my thing after you say your thing.
Yeah, only shout outs I got are to Team High Pre. I'm planning on running the Bathurst 12 hours in a week or so with them, so hope to check that out pretty soon. And also make sure to check out the Daytona 500 this weekend. Gonna be watching, should be pretty fun.
I know, I'm excited for that. I almost want to accidentally be sick and not go to church tomorrow just so I can watch.
Nice.
Sorry, honey, I'm not feeling well right now. I'm gonna have to sit on the couch and watch race cars. All right. Well, thanks a lot, buddy. Why don't you go and head off, and the Ferrari chat room's got your buddies in there. And I do want to talk about something else. Again, congratulations to the podium finishers. I think one of the things we'll need to look at is having the briefing including the blue flags, right? We saw that here. We saw some drivers were doing it right. Just move over, let everybody by. But I think we need to make sure the blue flag drivers know they don't have to drive off the race course. Just move over and off the racing line, slow down, and everything will be great. But still fun race. Congratulations to the Hyper guys that take it the win. Jonathan Schwartz wins the race one more time. That's 2 out of 3. Rory O'Shea just misses it by being short on fuel. Tim Connolly gets by Timo. Timo's actually I don't mind talking to someone else. There's somebody in the waiting room. Let's go. I want to go meet this guy. I'm trying to drag him in there. Yeah, I want to meet this Timo guy. I've never heard of him before. So Timo, are you there, bud?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, that was a fun race. Typically we bring just the podium finishers in here, but I don't know who you are, and I want to get to know who you are. Welcome aboard, Timo.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, just like a last minute thing for me. I just saw today that hey, there's guys are driving GT3, so I definitely would like to be there. So, but yeah, got to the last minute, but I got here. It's been fun.
How'd you enjoy the race?
It was fun. I loved the race with the TJ. Unfortunately, I ran out of time because he was just going everywhere. And I think we respect each other's race lines really well. We have some contacts, but nothing more than that. And the last breakup, what I did was just like a suicide break. And still, we didn't hit each other. So, yeah, I enjoyed it. It was really, really fun.
Yeah, he actually mentioned you. He's like, yeah, racing with Timo was awesome. We were going back and forth. I mean, I mentioned this earlier that racing isn't always about winning. It's just having somebody to chase, right? And to defend, and it makes it a lot of fun. Do you have a bunch of friends that you race with? Oh yeah, how do you pronounce your last name?
McKellen.
McKellen?
It's no harder than that. It's just McKellen.
Okay, McKellen. Okay, got it. I was don't know what I was calling you for the race, but it wasn't that.
Yeah, and you were really right about the team name, the Geezer Racing Team. So I'm turning 59 this next month. And
nice.
the Geezer Racing Team, we got 2 guys who normally are running the most of the stuff, but we have the U.S. flag on the car because we have 2 members also from U.S. One is from Utah and one is from Minnesota, I guess. And we race together quite a lot. We are doing the VRS Endurance Series and the IMSA Endurance Series, and of course we're gonna go to what I call a butt hurt, not month butt hurt, definitely for 12 hours. And the Geezer Racing Team came from me being 58 at the moment, and my friend is 60. So we are usually the oldest guys over there. But we do in real life racing also. So I've been racing cars since '94. So
wow, you've been racing cars since before Jordan was born.
Yeah,
that's okay. I'm old too. What's the age you have to be to be part of Geezer's racing? 50?
I think the youngest one is now 30. but yeah. I think Justin is just turned 30, and the other one is like 31. So.
Well, you need to bring your boys on by and have them race in this competition. We've got 3 more rounds left.
I think I can talk to Justin. I think Justin would definitely like to be there. So.
Yep. So, we have a bye week this coming weekend, so we're not going to be racing this coming Saturday. Is it Saturday for you? Yeah, it's Saturday where you are still. Okay.
It's Saturday. Yeah.
We have a bye week, and then we have the last 3 rounds where we're at Road Atlanta, then Long Beach, and then Sonoma. So those are the last 3 rounds. So
yeah. I'll try to be there. Let's see how it pans out for everything else what I do. I've got 2 race cars I have to build also, real ones. But I definitely enjoy this stuff. It's really, really fun, and like you said, it's not like the real race car because we're using losing the G-forces, but it actually teaches you the awareness where somebody is. Just like me and TJ were driving over there, that you have to know where the other guy is. It just can't block and just close the corners. You need to know if there's somebody next to you, and then respect them and give them race line, some kind of race line at least. So yeah. But I definitely liked it. It was really, really enjoyable.
Cool. Well, thanks for taking a minute here to talk with us. I would love for you to post pictures of some of the race cars you're working on into our Discord channel so people can see kind of some of the stuff you're working on. Everybody here loves race cars, so you can post all the race car pictures you want, and people will love to see them. So
Yeah,
Hey,
sure,
Timo.
sure.
Thanks for hanging out with us, man. We got
Yeah.
we got to get our broadcast ended here shortly, but thanks for coming by, man, and enjoy the rest of the racing this season. And we'll have another one. We're gonna have another GT3 race coming up, or series coming up soon. So we'll be announcing that in a couple weeks. So
All right,
stay tuned
you
for
guys
that.
take care, and I'll talk to you all later.
All right, thanks, Timo.
Bye bye.
All right, well, that was fun. I love to get to know some of the new drivers that I don't know, and then you learn a couple things about them. Like, oh, guys that do real race cars; those are the fun ones. Those guys are fun. Well, I guess that's it. Jordan,
Yes, sir.
thanks for hanging out, buddy. How'd you enjoy it?
Thank
you have a
you
good
for
time?
having me. Oh, I thought it was awesome.
Well, good.
I thought it was
Okay.
awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah, might be able to have you come back again and stuff. It's always nice to have another person in the booth to to kind of bounce things off of during a race. Plus, the racing is really good too.
It is.
All right,
It
folks.
is. Yeah, no,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say I'd be more than happy to come back.
All right, we'll probably have you come back. So anyway, folks, there's your race results. Jonathan, Rory, and Tim come home on the podium. So High Pre does it one more time. They did it in round 1. They just did it in round 3. So now Timo needs to bring some of his other geezer friends over to try to throw a monkey wrench in the High Pre's wins. Mike Griffith needs a little bit better shot at it. He had an unfortunate race this time, but so did Rory the first round. So it all come together. And that's it for Sebring, folks. Round 3 in the bank. Round 4 in 2 weeks from today will be at Road Atlanta. Tatiana will be returning with us. It is Tatiana's home track, so we'll have them here to be in the booth with us. J-Rod will be coming back. He told me he wants to be back in either round 5 or round 6. So we'll get to hear J-Rod again. For those of you who remember him from round 1, that was a lot of fun. That was a good race. Or was that round 2? Forget which one he was in. He was in one of those 2. Yeah, he was in round 2. So we'll be back at Road Atlanta with who's in BMRL? I don't know who was in round 1 with me then. Who was it? Nigel. That's right. Nigel was at Daytona, and Tatiana was at round 1. That's right. Anyway, we'll be at Road Atlanta, then Long Beach, and then we'll finish up at my favoriteest track in the world, Sonoma. And it's the long course, so there's a lot of extra turns. They get to drive along the drag strip for a short bit. So they'll have a lot of fun. I want to big shout out to Makoni. Thank you for all of your setups. That's what all the drivers have been running, and as it's been described before, as delicious and buttery. So the Makoni guys have got it right. So if you want to get with them, you can go to Makoni Setup Shop and you can get a subscription with them, so you can get setups for other races that you do. Anyway, I guess that's it for us. I'm going to let Mr. Producer roll us out with our promo videos and whatnot. And Jordan, again, thanks for coming on by. I'm sorry, Mr. Producer, what was that? Oh, okay. I thought I heard something. All right, folks. That's going to be it for us. Thanks, Jordan, for coming on by, folks. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Have a good one.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. For anything on iRacing, there's just one name you need, Makoni.
With the launch of Makoni Entertainment and Makoni Competizone alongside Makoni Setup Shop, we now provide the best of the best in setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, and event organization.
With cars across all 4 license classes, we have what you need to hit the track with confidence. Grab a subscription and save money while going fast at MakoniSetupShop.com/subscriptions.
And remember, at Makoni Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Are you looking for professional broadcasting on a budget? How about broadcast with colorful commentary, guest commentators, and after-race interviews? Do your league branding and social media graphics need a facelift? Custom results and series graphics looking like a 5th grader did them? Event organization taking up way too much of your time? Engage GTC TV and let us help you show the world your events.